Are you lost? What a surprise.
So who you taking? What's your thought? Who are you going for?
Your name
I think Vici are the better team, so I'll go Vici. Sorry, xNova.
For game 1. The next no. I was there. I was there.
It's just I think Tree's gone down value ever since it's like Lesh came in particular and stuff as well.
30
But
seconds
also,
to battle.
Like, there's these melee heroes that normally pair up with Drow in the laning stage. There's other ones that are just feel better at the moment, like that are dying, for example, a much safer opening pick. Like the only reason Tree's picked this game is because it's got a 5th pick overall in the draft, and they can pick a 5 hero that like is more suited for the game. Like it's a less safe pick, but it's good for this game.
The battle begins.
They're gonna leave that bounty rune for the Zeus.
The next label play.
The next level play.
Here we go. Game 3. Do or die.
Interested to see possible bench. We see what xNova's doing. They want to pressure the TB at level 1 when he uses meta. Look at this block as well from Fade and Chalice. This is so good. Because he straight away here and they're going to run him with the Orb of Venom.
Interesting Nature's Grass.
Yeah, that was... He thought the TB was going to run back.
And they still don't get him though. He did run back, I think, through it for a split second. They've got the body blocks. They should have first blood committing onto the tower though. Scorched Earth, they get the kill. Chalice might have given up his life for this though.
Would have been really good if he'd have popped meta though. But now he hasn't popped meta, he can just cut out to the lane and it's a double wave that he can farm and his tower with meta on.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He's
attack.
actually taking a lot of damage, and he's just gonna drop. xNova getting the kill there, and he's yeah.
In your face.
Problems emerging. This could potentially be really bad for Vici, I would say, if they keep this on EHOME.
I mean, the top death is obviously worse, but I think the TV one wasn't because he didn't pop meta, so like he gets the wave anyway.
He's I guess he's still holding meta, but there it is on the Chalice. Damage coming out, but won't chase.
Yeah, like he has Orb of Venom on the Ogre as well, so because he has Reflection at level 2, they have really good chase potential here on Vici if they ever find somebody like by themselves.
Nieces thrown down on the TV. And there's the reflection again. Chalice is dead. Big kill for Erica. First meta to get a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll be wondering to see if the Night Stalker goes Midas this game, or if he goes something different.
Denied.
If he wants to go Blink BKB relatively quickly, for example, like he could go Ags as well.
So, which one of these lanes is like the most important for each team?
I think getting probably the Drow off to a good start would be nice. Like I think that the Doom's not having a good time through him sad, but it's the one that can be recovered the easiest, I think. But then you could say that if the Doom doesn't have a good time, who's controlling the tempo? The Drow top lane. Nah.
May the Drow
Kill, Sccc. Now he's fine, turning this into Old 11. Reality Rift on the xNova. I don't know if Old 11 wants to be there or not. Really in a bad spot for Sccc. I'm surprised he didn't commit hard on that. Terror, 1 second stun, xNova. He can grasp.
Like
PYW with the multi-shot. He goes down SCC. Old 11's now so slow. Ogre comes back for a right-click reality rift, but won't have the damage. Now Old 11 is in no man's land and dead to rights.
So yeah, the Drow have a good start to the game. Oh dear. TB as well, getting chased out a little bit with the mana burn creep on the Doom. That's annoying.
Magic missile before he picks up the illusion rune and bottles it.
He's in trouble now though. Oh, lift missed. He's waiting to hold the void until the bench slows it.
Terror, magic missile, and now the right picks XM. Falls to PYW, or he would have enjoyed that kill, but now Chalice, he's dead bot.
Yeah, he didn't scorch earth, just ran him down with the orb reflection.
This game is a bloodbath.
Remember I said it was going to be a slow tempo game? There's not a huge amount going on. There's 8 kills in 4.5 minutes.
Instead of
What do I know actually? What's the point? To be fair, it's a
all you want.
To be fair, it is a new patch, so it's okay to get this one. It hasn't been out on it.
I'll take that.
Whatever you say.
You don't sound very... don't sound like you believe me.
It's probably because I don't.
xNova 202 in top lane, though. He's taken part in every single kill so far on the diet. I'm interested to see what skill build he goes for here on the tree as well. Because I don't know how much value Leech Seed has. It's okay.
Nature's Grasp has been great. The Frost Arrows.
But what I'm saying, I don't know if he's going to take a point in Leech Seed at all. Or if he wants to go more points in Living Armor.
Save your towers.
Mid lane. He might have made the rotation.
Use the Dark Ascension. They're going to go after XM. And DY with hates XM. Another guy's wrath. Killing him. DY for the rotation for Sccc. He'll get both XM. 1-2 gut punch. And then TB. He needs to walk all the way back to me.
Yeah, he had Living Armor on him as well. It's really difficult to make these plays when you have the 2 points in heal on you. So it's like 6 bonus armor. You're going to get 100 HP from that. But total spell usage as well. I mean, great TP by Sccc. It's going to hurt his farming speed a little bit, but it is what it is. You keep your Zeus alive.
xNova is just out of control right now.
Dude, this Zeus is owning as well. He's having an amazing time. Him and xNova, yeah, between them are both like controlling the tempo of the game really well. But that TP on Sccc in particular, that took me by surprise. Like, Sccc I don't usually see as that kind of hero, or that kind of guy that would make that rotation.
Back a little. How was the ult used by Ori? Oh, it felt like Ori was kind of back to form in the mid lane, but these last 2 games have been rough ones.
I've got the Zeus taking sacks as well with the arcane ring. Gets a faded approach. He's like, hell yeah.
An arcane ring? Great. I wonder if Treant just keeps that.
I think you give it to your Doom.
Faded Brooch. Is Faded Brooch becoming like the best item, maybe under Royal Jelly?
I personally think it's always been the best. You think Royal Jelly's good? I think Faded Brooch is... It reminds me, it's like it's bad on any hero, which is what makes it amazing. I think Telescope's really good as well for that. Like, it's never a bad item for your team. Like, obviously some games
Radiant's
it's better
middle
than others, but
tower
everybody
is
casts
under
spells.
attack.
So like pass range is always going to be good.
Yeah. Night Stalker level 7. Yeesh. That is not going well. All of a sudden, xNova's level 5. He's got 3 of the living armor. We talked about this. Now that he's got a high level in living armor, which sometimes when we talk about the Treant and making these saves, he wouldn't go for the armor, and like we'd see him go like Leech Seed, Nature's Grasp, and then the towers would just go down. But 3 levels in
Dire's
opening armor.
top tower is under
How does
attack.
Vici make
Radiant's
progress on these
bottom
two
tower is under
towers early
attack.
on?
And you see it's his job. He just sits in the lane, starts shoving out the lane over and over again with nature's grasp, keeps his tower alive with the living armor. And it's like, yeah, this kid that wants to normally just push this tower in really early isn't going to have the choice. And this is the build we normally saw from most trees in like last OGA. Where they were just delaying the game
Dire's
ages
top
and
tower
ages with
is
nature's
under
grasp and
attack.
living armor. Sometimes
Dire's
in like
structures
EU
are
especially,
fortified.
I know people going like 2 minutes on. Things like Max Keeps.
Interesting accent bottom. Disallow on the Zeus
Radiant's
from
bottom
UIW
tower is
playing
under
with
attack.
fire there. Really playing with
Dire's
light.
courier
He
has
ends up
been killed.
going down and DUI will fall as well. TB, he's performing in the moment.
Doom on
Got
the
yourself
it's just still going.
level 11
Radiant's
and
bottom
killed.
tower
So
is under
Chalice
attack.
with a double kill. 3
Dire's
heroes down on the
middle
side of
tower
Vici.
is under
EHOME
attack.
all of a sudden keeping the tempo up for themselves.
Or sitting this mid tier 1 with a DD, which is really good for Vici in that case.
Radiant structures are
This
fortified.
game's going pretty poorly for them at the moment. It's not going great, but he gets this mid tier 1, this would be massive.
Save the tower, living armor on
Dire's middle
cooldown.
tower has
4
fallen.
seconds.
Yeah, like every tree you get, every
Radiant's
tower you
bottom
get against
tower
tree,
is under
it's
attack.
really important.
Drow have one less
again.
enemy now.
I'm not really sure what he was trying to defend
Radiant's
this bot tier
bottom
1,
tower has fallen.
but
A fitting bounty. Well, that would be a tribute.
Okay, lead for EHOME. So, how did Vici bring this back?
Question. They need to play around the dark position and like pick off some of that and stuff. But I mean, the team can't fight at all at this point. They need to wait for their BKBs, I think, on the Night Stalker. Or not wait for them, but like look to build up towards BKB on the Night Stalker, the BKB on the TV. He's gonna go.
Overgrowth nature.
Radiant's
Grass.
middle tower is
And
under
he
attack.
doesn't damage to kill off this CK. Telekinesis and a stolen Chaos Bolt. Fade gets the kill. EHOME with a smoke rotation towards top, and they find themselves looking for 11 of 4. Favor of EHOME.
I'd love to know if after this game, EHOME starts to value tree more. I'd find it really interesting. Like I said, it's very game specific that it's very good here, but it might go like up in their valuation of like how often do we want to pick this hero.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, for sure. The TV's starting to farm his way back. He's going into the Manta. He's got the Yasha flying out.
Doom's scaling well as well with Devour, so he's having a decent time going for that EKB next. This game's far from over, but EHOME are
Radiant's
definitely
middle
in
tower
charge.
is under attack.
CK again. Old 11 gonna fall back at times. XM now dominating.
Dire thinks it's only, or Gamer thinks it's only 53% for EHOME at the moment. Thanks, Doe. Surprised it's not broke.
Regeneration.
Wow.
I'm not afraid to say it.
What's the build here for Warrior
Dire's
2?
top tower is under
I'm
attack.
talking about the TB trying to find his way back into the game. He's behind by a massive amount. What's his build? How does he get back in?
On the TV.
On the Night Stalker.
On the night. Oh, Ori, sorry. I don't know what he can build that. Like I think he kind of wants to win to be able to get to the backline and find us do some things. But if they want to slow the tempo of the game down because they can't really fight them at the moment, he might go for this like more farming item.
Dire are scanning.
I think if he does that, then EHOME are just going to run at them because they're going to see that the Night Stalker can't fight because he has this farming. Great read by EHOME here as well. She knows what's up.
So BKB. Dragon on it, he's got the Asha. Setting up with I don't want to fight. They have smoke?
No, I think they just came with
Treant.
They saw the Night Stalker and the. I think, well, they definitely saw the Venge running away, so I think they're just checking for D wards and things. I don't know where the Radiant have vision. What they don't know is it's just above on the big camp. And I think they've missed it. So this ward's going to pay off big dividends here. Because they're going to see the Drow moving to like farm the Ancients and move away again every time. You know, xNova, this tower on top is still full HP.
Yeah, and we talked about it, so, you know, just knew where this was going to go. I didn't think he'd have this good of a start.
No.
But now
Radiant's
break
middle
through this
tower is
They're gonna
under
try
attack.
with the Dark Ascension. They'll go for xNova. He
Dyer's
does have
structures
an
are
Overgrowth.
fortified.
Feels like popping it, trying to run. But Overgrowth in the illusion rune is popped by Ori, so this will help them.
Radiant
xNova
structures are
getting the kill
fortified.
and now commit to the tower. And
Dyer's
without this
top tower
Treant,
is under
they'll take
attack.
the tier 1 up towards
I
top.
thought he
Radiant's
said
middle
living
tower
under the
is
tower
under
around
attack.
So they are trading
Dyer's top
towers
tower
still on the
has
game. So
fallen.
like, yeah, they lost their top 2 ones, but they're
Radiant's
taking
middle
mid-tier
tower
ones.
has
So if
fallen.
anything, I think that's a better trade for them.
That should help.
This sustains good readings.
Excellent.
Stats.
This is
Radiant are
so
scanning.
good. I think he has Aetherlens courier as well. Yeah, he does. So he has dual Aetherlens now. But again, like this TV's still farming, so TV's farming away like this. It's not just that, it's the TP with a Zeus and an Ogre.
I have Doom if they want to use it. If we need it. Look at the damage coming in from the Drow. TB's got the Manta, but
Yeah, he has to go BKB next as well. I like that he's queued it up. I thought the only thing he might go stop for first is potentially Dragon Lance, but even then, that's pretty greedy. Zeus? Oh, that was really awkward. He couldn't swap the Zeus in because the Zeus would have just taken the Invis rune. If any other rune they had spawned, I think they would have killed the
Dyer's
Zeus.
structures
So,
are fortified.
that's unfortunate.
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
actually, he
is
didn't
under
have
attack.
that.
Radiant structures
not.
are fortified.
EHOME are pushing in top. They've got Drow, Doom, and Rubick here.
Deny.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And he is a Midas on Night Stalker.
He almost has.
Depends how he wants to look at the game, but like Midas is still an okay item on that hero just for like attack speed and everything as well. It just means he's going to be so far away from like Blink BKB, but he's going to get the quicker.
Still maintain EHOME, but TB top of the network now. See if that difference maker to help G find their way back into the game. I'm sure it will be enough. What it?
xNova, he's good at warding. This tree.
Yeah.
He must get some of the most ridiculous wards down. Like he can go and put one behind this tier 2 if he wants, which I'm assuming
Radiant's
he will.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and instant D from DY. He knows.
Radiant structures
Get
are
this guy
fortified.
out of my game.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Telekinesis. Drop comes in. All the weapons gonna die. So I should
Dyer's
probably
turret
follow
has been
here. And there's the infernal blade in the finish.
xNova's like
Radiant's
nice to
bottom
dude.
tower is under
Get out of
attack.
my game.
Dyer's top tower
Take
is
the
under
tier 2
attack.
off that.
And like always trying to push top tier 2 at the moment, but it's like, yeah, but exactly. Now the tree just TP's in. He's like, like, okay.
Radiant's bottom
gonna let
tower
you get away
has
with that.
fallen.
This just doesn't work. You might as well just be hitting creeps instead.
maybe. Maybe, how much is this Scotty really gonna help?
Dire are
He's
scared.
not going BKB. Oh, he changed his mind. Well, if he's going Scotty and Night Stalker's going Midas, they really don't want to fight right now. They are dodging as much as possible. Find over here.
Radiant are
Yes.
scared.
They wrap around, they've got the telekinesis, the damage comes out with Gust. They have to swap it back to PYW and finish pot. They'll get the con of both of them. Ori and PYW falling. Some more kills
Dire's
here
middle
for
tower
EHOME.
is under
Yeah, you
attack.
can't even fault PYW there on the Venge because he's breaking folks from the side that he thinks they're going to be coming from. But EHOME have like looped all the way around through the Radiant jungle and come from the bot side. So where Venge is like standing to the right hand side here, like trying to break smokes, they just don't expect it from below.
What sort of prize is this?
What talent does the Drow normally take at 50?
Even I like
Multi-shot
a
and
ball.
agility are both good. And she's taken agility this game. I just wonder what the percentage. Tell me if anything happens. I'll see what pub players think. That's always important.
Sure.
Coin of the realm.
Jags on
69%
on 11.
69% of people take agility. It's the funny number.
He's going into the point. They'll go over to Roche. Hard to get into this pit. Not sure they'll really be able to.
It's a bit of an awkward one because they don't take Roche really quickly. They don't have any minus armor or anything left. There's no medallion. Yes, they have the marksmanship procs Drow, but I wouldn't call it quick. And honestly, Vici, considering how this game was going, if you look at the net worth graph, they've kind of managed to flatline it a little bit, like over the last few minutes. I don't think they're doing badly. Still running as a Scali now. Love and lie. Special delivery. VD.
They're going none of this. They look over as they phantasm, but Terrorblade already taken this fight. Hammercrans are going down. They've got a double damage picked up by Sccc. He'll take out Ori, so just double damage. Things get really difficult for the side of VPOW trying to roll the magic missile out into Chalice as well as the wave of turf going to fade. Play ring around the Rosie, and eventually down goes PYW the Posey.
I like how there was half a second there where absolute chaos broke loose. Like, Night Stalker popped Darker Set, he used Nimble, Thunder God's Wrath, Overgrowth, they doomed the Terrorblade, and they just threw everything down all at once. And this raw magic damage from the Zeus, they just could not deal with. Like, the TV
Roshan
Doom
has
straight away, so he
fallen to
could
the
better,
dark.
he could sunder.
Immortality. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Moving on to set themselves up for victory. They get a kill on all 11 and they're up 10k.
Right,
Dire
remember,
structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
yeah, that changes the game massively. Because they get Aegis on the Drow now. Like, and after that fight, TV's probably going to really wish
Radiant's
he had
middle tower has
BKB
fallen.
instead of Scardy. Like, it's not that Scardy's a bad item, it's just that against the Zeus, his game's really difficult. BKB. But do you remember, that's the kind of fight, we talked about the Moonshard on Stark yesterday and everything.
Yeah.
Like, before before that, they would have been like, yeah, like this guy's fine, like we can keep extending the game. All of a sudden, EHOME win one fight. He's like,
Radiant's top tower
change my
is
mind.
under attack.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Scotty built for the Drow. Team going into BKB now. Is this an item to it?
Radiant's
Terribly.
top tower
Sorry, say that
has
again.
fallen.
Yeah, is the BKB an item too late?
Well, hindsight, yes, but at the time, it seemed okay. Because now that you know that EHOME have the Aegis and everything, you're like, well, they're going to want to push and pressure for fights. I didn't have my BKB yet. Oh, Nimbus comes. That was really lucky for the Terrorblade. His TP went up just as the Thunder Gods.
Early BKB from Chalice, but they still have the overgrowth. Ori looking dead on his screen already. But there's the Phantasm, and that's going to try and help him out here. He'll go into the trees and might be able to escape. He's just so much faster than them. xNova moves forward. Here comes Sccc from the side, though. There's the swap from PYW. Look at the come to Venge and keep the Night Stalker alive.
That was a really cool play by the Sccc though. Just about to change his position of the Phantasm so that it effectively purged the lift off and like kept him in his place. That was cool. Well played by Old 11. They lose their Venge, but they keep their Night Stalker alive. So pretty good. Growth used. Thunder God's Wrath used. Yeah, the Terrorblade could be so the TP went up just before Thunder God's Wrath came down. So like he can get his TP cancelled by the Nimbus. If the TP dies there, I think the game gets really difficult for Vici.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, they lift on Radiant just before the creep wave spawned as well.
Try to do something eventually.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You were just trying to knight the tower. Didn't get it up. Didn't do enough damage. Yeah, I think it's like 5 against 5.
Dire's top tower is under
They
attack.
have to. They have the Aegis.
Pushing racks is a lot more difficult than pushing tower though, because you can hit the tower from the low ground. Whereas like to hit the racks, you have to get basically up onto the high ground pretty much. And they don't really have a hero that just commits to the fight and stands at the front. It's not like it's a DK or something. Job's a little bit more.
There they go. Moving forward, Phantasm do want to over. Sccc now unstoppable. They're going to run back. But EHOME looking to make jump even training. BKB's been popped by Chalice. Look at that overgrowth. It's on everybody. The damage coming in from Sccc. He's got the Aegis, but here comes Erica. Taking away that first life. Thunder God's Wrath finishes off. PYW BKB no longer available for this TB. Erica trying to man fight here, but there's the gust. The damage is out. They get that kill. They'll take him out. He's gone for 51. Down goes Old 11. D1 trying to TP. He'll do so. He's the only one to live.
Radiant's bottom
Now it's time to go
barracks
for
are
these
under
buildings.
attack.
You see XM on the Zeus, he basically just waits. If the BKB runs out from the Terrorblade, he knows he's just going to like 100 to 0 and basically. He can do like whatever he wants at that point. You know, fair play to Vici, they managed to get the BKB on the Terrorblade before they took the fight, which is
Radiant's
exactly what they
middle
needed to
tower
do.
is under attack.
Yeah, because there's an
Radiant's
Aegis off this
bottom
Drow, they
barracks
can now
has
just take 2 sets of racks because they can't kill her twice.
Radiant's bottom barracks are Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Picked up Rubick.
Radiant's middle
The
barracks
melee
has
racks
fallen.
mid and the range follow
Radiant's middle
suit, and they're going to go for the
barracks
top
has
lane. I think OTB doesn't have meta. There's the swap. They've got silence. Nimbus is down and pops the man. The team trying to go in. And as you can see, he's getting ready to die here. Phantasm gets popped. They get the kill on the as you can see now though towards the rest. Chalice on the run, but then the swap from PYW really nicely done. They're getting them
Radiant's top
stayed a little bit too
tower
on
is
the side of
under
EHOME, giving up a couple. The rest of the team will retreat. Well, Vici, at least their troubles.
Yeah, great play by Vici. They managed to take a fight before the Drow has BKB up. I think it had like a 10-second cooldown left or something at the start when the swap came out. If they force 5-4 Jar gets beat, he is very susceptible to Night Stalker, the CK, except like, the only real save they have is the living armor. And if you're so far out of position, then... Oh, Ori...
Caught out again. He is dead to rights.
I think Zeus is just having like the most free game.
9-1 and 11.
Like this Night Stalker was supposed to be the hero that deals with the Zeus, and in theory it does. It hasn't played out that way at all.
No, not at all.
Like this mid lane in particular, there was just a few moments early on where the Zeus pulls ahead, and it's just stayed ahead the whole game since. He almost has a refresher. Jesus.
Really certain what Vici can do, except basically hold the high ground.
Exactly. He like bolts an illusion and just finds a D-ward at the same time.
Erica's behind him, and they've got the Hurricane taking it in cut, but they're zoom out on Erica. The refresher courier is actually gonna die, but they've got the overgrowth under the TV. TV's mutant. No, doesn't look like he's gonna live. Metamorphosis was used. He's dead for 70 seconds. He's got buyback, but why buy back when you don't have mana?
They take the overgrowth until after the EKB gets popped on the TV. So he just has to stand his ground effectively. There's not really a huge amount he can do, and then he gets doomed as well. He can't even sunder. You have to remember Zeus wasn't even there in that. He has to like he drops the Nimbus, uses the Thunder God's Wrath, but TV still dies. He has buyback. He's not gonna be using it here.
Yeah, you do.
More upset about the fact that he's gone.
Yeah. At least he gets the mana regen from the Perseverance side.
Persevere. Jump in, but it's a Phantasm. They got the damage to just blow up Astro, but they get the Kona Face, they'll take out two. They pull that buyback, they look over at Chalice. Now they've got the Reality Rip to pull them back in to get themselves a third.
Guess what's up?
Buy back on all, and now they'll go towards Roche. Potentially. I don't even know if they will.
If they get the Roche here, this is great. I think EHOME probably assumed that the Terrorblade didn't have buyback, and they need to just chill and wait for their BKBs to come back up again. The same thing happened again. Drow didn't have BKB for the fight. And it's up again now, but it's just too late, right?
Damage.
Double damage.
This is the point of the game where Asher has Blink BKB after this minus we talked about before. So like at all points in the game he can actually threaten heroes. Are they gonna let the Roche go?
I don't know about that. The Blink as well as the overgrowth.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I think this TV has a double.
Your shine has fallen to the
Oh my
waste.
god.
Almost.
Got cheese. Yeah.
He got the cheese, and he is gonna die still. He's gonna buy that, so that cheese, I believe, now gets dropped.
I mean, if he'd have got ages there, that would have been ridiculous. I mean, cheese is still really good.
Told you he's gonna die for it.
Invisibility.
Oh, no, I'm not surprised he tried for it. I'm just saying it's like this Terrorblade has double damage, right? Like they can't take a fight. It's my point.
It just went.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Because they have the vision in the pit with the Nimbus, I think, that they saw.
This is Vici potentially bringing this back. Now that they've got the Aegis on the TV, and he's getting close to that Daedalus. Question is, will we feel impact from Ori? Because I think we're feeling a lot of impact from the CK.
Ori will have impact because he has Blink BKB. That's just the way it goes. Zeus has Telescope now as well, assuming to hold on to that. Might give it to Rubick now. Feels really good. Could always give it to the Rubick and hold like Faded Brooch or something. His refresher's coming up really soon. Tori's live. I mean, Ori has to be on Zeus. Like, this hero has to be dealt with. And he doesn't really have any capability apart from yours. But there's going to be a nullifier coming out on the Night Stalker relatively soon.
Can you mention
so, like, where the... I was just saying, the Zeus has gone, like, Pacific Glass Cannon, basically.
Yeah. I was gonna say, could you imagine though he doesn't get this pressure from the courier, but I think he's sitting back just so he can make sure he gets it this
Are
time.
scanning.
Working towards that.
It just smoked.
Working towards level 25 as well. Arc lightning damage really good against the team. His illusions quicker as well.
From Vici. Under God's Wrath. Vision that'll spot them in the base, smoked up.
EHOME kind of just need to wait for this Aegis to run out. I think you're playing the safe game. It's up to Vici to make the use of this. They want to use it while the dude's like, right? If he's used as the Aegis, you have to doom somebody else, and it might give the TB a fight where he can actually get his damage.
Chalice. Swap. Pop the BKB, the Nimbus is down as well as the Thunder God's Wrath. They've got themselves a second Nimbus, but it moves spots. They'll use the Phantasm. Now that we've recovered the old Ogre, trying to advance from Zeus, possibly kill here on a fade as well as P1 ability. They're going to buy back out of Rubick. And they get on top of the Zeus. Yes, they can. They'll take him out. It's 9x3. He's got himself buyback, so he might be using it soon. Continue on to the high ground. There's the overgrowth committed by xNova. He's dead as well.
A wise blade.
That's the big difference in this fight. They found the Zeus. They got on top of him. Like CK just blinks in and commits massively. Night Stalker just holds the high ground, waits to see where the Zeus goes in as well. And now they're pinging up to 2
Dire's
away.
top
Again, they
tower
might be able to
is
start
under
chipping
attack.
away at racks potentially.
Get the data with. Have the
Dire's top
Aegis.
tower
They're
has
in the
fallen.
meta for just a second longer.
They're gonna chill, yeah, without meta. His net worth advantage though is really dwindling.
This
He's able to just live in the fight and his game's fine. I wouldn't be surprised to see him like sitting in base now rather than being at the fight. Or he has a gem, he has a nullifier.
Stun reality rift with all these illusions, forcing BKB.
But they, technically they have 3 right-clicking core now, right? That all do damage. So, no, I personally think you have to doom up the CK now before he pops Phantasm. Like if you're EHOME, you have to smoke here and look
Radiant
for a fight.
are
Now that
scanning.
Aegis is going away, because I think if you allow Vici to be the ones to get the jump on you in the first place, then you'll already put yourself in trouble. All about the vision control in the fights, but getting the initiation yourself. Like this network definitely doesn't mean anything anymore.
11 is put out here. Pops the BKB. And overgrowth and the Doom. They'll get that kill. He's dead for 85.
Lonely death.
Decent kill, but yeah, popping both spells might be a little bit unnecessary, but they put fair enough. I'd do exactly the same. And I love this. They know that the Aegis is gone, so they just go straight away. They're like, yeah, we wanna look for something.
So 18.
This Zeus really wants his 25 as well. It's such a big increase in damage, especially for pushing out waves.
Ags picked up for the Doom.
You ready for the TB Illusionist cape, bud?
You get that?
No, not
Drow
yet,
got it.
but I'm just saying, are you ready for it?
Dire's bottom tower is
I'm
under
ready for
attack.
the TB Leveler.
Drow got Illusionist. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard that item's pretty good on Zeus.
mediocre at best, of course.
That's a great item as well.
There again, some good items, and I think you give that to the Treant, right?
Probably give it to. Yeah, they're not. I think you give it to the tree or the Doom. The Doom's taking it.
Well, all they have is the ninja here.
A good item against TV illusions as well. I think you give the Drow the Princess Knife. I guess if Drow doesn't take it, they don't really have any other pointless.
Vici. There's they get themselves a timeless relic.
Okay, it's not really great for any of their heroes. Maybe like Ogre.
Ogre.
It's about as good as it gets. They don't really have any casters.
Ogre's holding another doll. You assume he's gonna go for the timeless relic. Probably likes the magic.
Yeah,
Distance, honestly.
exactly. I don't even know if anybody can use the relic. That's sad. Getting tier 4 items that nobody on your team likes.
Oh, jump in, Chalice. Pops BKB goes there for Erica for a second. But now they've got the swaps. Chalice getting destroyed. 10 for 85 seconds without buyback. They're gonna find themselves this Drow. They'll use the Phantasm PYW to get the low. Coming up, Drow comes out. Who's gonna end up going down as his speed. They'll buy back on the side. Stalker rank coming through onto the Drow. They get the Kona Triple C. PYW falls as well, but Erica cleaning up.
Need the Zeus.
Old 11 looking for XM. He's got the Blink Dagger, which means Reality Rift is soon to follow, but just out of range.
He was out of range. He lost vision right at the last second. It's like he started the animation
Out of range.
but couldn't finish it. Ooh.
Does CK keep that?
I don't think any of them can use it again.
And they're getting some bad tier 4s.
Dire's
Maybe
middle
like
tower
the Venge,
is under attack.
but they all kind of need their mana. Like massive mana pools to work with.
That takes 174 or 75. You definitely.
Oh, the only person who
Dire's
can really
middle
take it is the
tower has
TV,
fallen.
and he has taken it, but even then, losing Paladin Sword doesn't feel like a massive upgrade.
Spell Prism? That's good for the. Yeah, he's holding a Quickening Charm.
I think the Night Stalk will probably take.
Dire are scanning.
He has.
We'll see. Just refresh
Gonna
her
go
Axe
Roche.
Blessing. It's Axe Blessing. TB Axe? Yes!
I think Night
We're on
Stalk
the
is
same
quite good as
team.
well.
Yeah.
I think the team is probably the most likely.
Come on, open up that slot. Get that more mask out of here. Figure out your inventory.
Roshan
Erica.
has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
They don't have again great axe holders. I think the only other person, TV Night Stalk, maybe Benchman. More than in that person. And I look at the net worth difference between the TV and Drow and the axe blessing.
The net worth difference in general, it's a 1k lead for Vici.
Nia will be kicking themselves with their high ground pushes now, won't they? That top lane before, when they fought without the Drow BKB both times, like 2 times in a row, they'll be like, oh, we've kind of, what have we done to this game?
This one. This is rough.
Charles level 25 now at least. She has the cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
It works on illusionist cake and stuff as well, so.
But CK's level 25, he's got the extra duration on the Chaos Bolt, you've got 25 on the Terrorblade, he's got the extra Metamorphosis range, and almost 25 on the Night Stalker, who I
feels like
assume goes into the Dark Ascension cooldown.
Yeah, probably. I think the Drow not building a damage item has hurt them a lot. Like, obviously, she's built for the time of 25, 30 years. Oh god, Drow.
BKB getting popped, Drow in a lot of this TV. TV does have the Terror Wave, doesn't throw it yet, but there's the 4 seconds on it. He's got fire resistance for 100 seconds. They're gonna look and move in for more. There's the Terror Wave coming out. I don't even know if that landed on anybody, but they get to go to PYW. They'll lose this Venge. Doesn't buy back just yet. Gem on the deck.
Again, they're just all tanky enough that they can survive this
Look at
initial
where-
burst now.
He's having that Nimbus this round.
The top 2 strength cores though, and they there's TV as well. Nobody dying for Zeus straight away. So the big 4, and still is. They number Vici like any advantage and taking
That for you don't. They considered yes. They did have to buy back on their
Yeah,
Drow.
like
But meta's down.
yeah, but what can they do?
I don't know. Fight off the no meta.
I mean, they can try, but I don't know how easy it is. They any smokes?
I think they have to, right?
They on cooldown, I think. I don't think they have a smoke. Oh, there's one on the area. Okay.
I
Yeah, they have to, but I don't know if they can. It's like, yeah, like you say, it's the best play they have, but like running into this high ground still is really difficult. The CK's just constantly shoving up lane with illusions as well. Like, and you see these illusions mid, like, they're just shoving a lane out, just waiting at their base. They drop a
see if
ward
they can
in.
make this count. They're gonna go in with the blink BKB as well as the Doom that's gonna be out of the Terrorblade. They get a PYW. He's dead again for 70 seconds. He has buyback. He'll ignite. Gem down on the ground by this Doom.
And that's what I mean. Like, they
I don't know if that's value.
they've used Doom now and they have 30 seconds. So now it's like, you know, that was the best play they had, but it was still really difficult to see it working.
Afternoon core on Zeus. Stalker, he did go to the dark cooldown.
Charge game.
Okay.
Yeah, nice, I like that.
His Ogre hits 20, he's got the extra plus attack speed. They're gonna jump forward for this. Here's the blink right on top of Chalice. Well, look at the right click damage coming out from this Drow.
Yes, need to be up 10 seconds.
Retreating, Terrorblade hits on a Chalice. They've also got the Sun. They'll use the Phantasm. They turn their attention over to xNova. Then you get the shot of Chalice. Just hit. They've got the silence as well. The BKB getting popped by Chalice, but he's going to end up dead and buying back immediately. Where he pops the BKB, and now, no longer having that, he'll start to retreat. Roche, it's a long time until that's going to be up. That'll be Aegis Cheese, Refresher Shard, Ags, Blessing, the whole kit and caboodle.
They're really missing this frontliner on EHOME. Doom doesn't want to be the one committing, but he kind of has to sit in the front to allow his Drow to not be the one that's getting gone off. It's just really awkward for EHOME to take fights, because it's like, the way that you want to take a fight is like, you have your frontliner and then your Drow sits behind, right? But the Drow is kind of the frontliner so that Zeus can sit behind the Drow. Yeah, bit awkward.
They're down for another
Double
100 seconds.
damage.
Phantasm used. Divine Rapier is queued for the TB. 4,200 surplus gold. Didn't have to buy in his best item, Ag's Blessing.
I mean, he can go Rapier if he wants as well. I also think he could just go like, just wait for the buyback, and then if he feels like he's just to buy the Rapier when he buys it, then it's okay.
Or have the Rapier for when he buys that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna switch into the MKB.
Okay. I don't mind Hurricane Pike either, I think, this game. But, like, you want the True Strike, just in case Char goes Butterfly.
Crazy that. 47 minutes
He treat it like it.
Realistically, the
seriously
supports
sneaky.
have only died 7 times on EHOME.
It's
Pretty
the-
impressive.
Yeah. They didn't. The kill score would make you think that EHOME have this, like, insane lead. It's just, they had all these kills early on and then didn't really do a huge amount with them because Vici was just splitting the map up a lot. They really whiffed their third set of racks, Dave.
Are they gonna smoke again?
Venge is almost level 20 as well, and she could take the attack Aura.
That would feel really good for him. That's just, you know, added on to the fact that Erica's also got the attack range on Metamorphosis.
They know EHOME on this high ground.
Damage coming in from the illusion. They're going to use the third guy dress, so they know where Vici are going to be. Erica moving forward. They've got the Nimbus down right on top of PYW. The Nature's Grass is down as well. Trying to move in on this. We're seeing a lot of trouble. He's going to blink over, but they've got the Terrorblade coming through. It's going to appear on the Can they get on top of the Terrorblade? He's end up using it. And this is really bad. It's going to go to Erica. He's going to be next for a long time. They're going to buy back on the Knights as well as the Terrorblade as well as Venge. They've been picking out 3 of these heroes. They ended up losing Fade, and they'll buy back on the Rubick too. Down goes the CK. It's an overkill for Astros. We'll see. He stands his ground and gets an ultra kill. Everybody on Vici dies.
That was the first
What a fight from EHOME.
First fight in about 15 minutes. That's Triple C's actually been able to just stand there and right-click people. that was insane. Like he looked like he was going to be the one that got gone on first as well. And so I was like, oh my god, like if SCCC dies first here, this is going to be horrendous. But they somehow keep their Drow alive. And like this Zeus goes untouched the whole time because as you can see, he's sitting in
Radiant's
base.
courier has been killed.
Oh, that's big.
What was
that's
that?
big. That's big. That was the courier trying to go out and pick up a refresher orb for this TV to have metamorphosis available to fight.
Now they're gonna just chip away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh dear.
Oh god, look at buyback. They get out.
Retreat.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Just down right at PYW. Wait. The hook stop is going to stun up this Night Stalker as well. They get down to PYW. The second night PYW data on the side of Vici with no buyback. They'll look over at Ori. He pops the BKB and he's starting to run back. They'll go after these racks and look to get
Radiant's
megas.
top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top
Chalice.
barracks has fallen.
Stop.
Radiant's
Oh
top
my
barracks
God.
has fallen. The Dire now have mega
Mega
creeps.
creeps.
Does that mean they've won the game?
Meta 50
Absolutely not.
seconds. Tier 4 is going to be very difficult for them.
All the illusions that
As well. I think it's going to be decent.
Radiant's middle tower
they need
is
to
under attack.
take the meta really. It's like in 35 seconds. I don't know if they have the
Radiant's
time
middle
though.
tower has fallen.
They're quick.
Radiant's middle
Sitting up
tower
for another
has
4
fallen.
minutes. They're going to go for the ancient Vici. They're going to make a play.
Radiant's
They got to do something. They're not going to go for it. He's going to call GG. That's it.
Dire's
EHOME
turret has been
swiped the
killed. Dire's
series
victory.
on an SCCC standing his ground move to win the game.
I think Chalice won those last couple of fights.
Yeah.
And like Ori's sitting